Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back for another restricted sparring video here on the channel. Today, we are going to be doing water. You can see I'm doing this back-to-back with the fire one. I'm debating whether or not I want to bring Inteleon, but that wasn't in my original plan, so I don't think I will. Now, like I said, today we are in fact bringing water. So let me just very quick, actually, hang on. Let me put items back where they belong so I know where they are. This belongs here. This can go anywhere, so let's put it like there, and then this can go here. Okay. So, today we are doing water. Like I explained in the previous episode, we are going to start doing them in the order of restricted sparring, even though we didn't begin in that order, sadly. Kind of fucks with my OCD, not gonna lie, but so be it, whatever. Oh, right, yeah, of course, I need to actually grab some mons. So, one Pokemon we're going to be using is Gyarados, because of how well it did in the Flying type challenge. Another one we're going to be using is Gastrodon, because this is a highly defensive Gastrodon I've had for this for a really long time. I brought it all the way from Kalos as well, I believe, yeah. We'll talk more about it in a second, but you can see it does have Toxic. So, having Toxic is a pretty big deal. I wonder if they'll actually allow me to use this. They might not. If they don't, then I'll have to swap it out. But the thing is, Gastrodon can't get Toxic anymore, but it used to get it through TM. Every Pokemon used to get Toxic through TM. Except it's not a TM anymore, and I haven't actually made this thing viable for ranked yet, because honestly I don't think there's any need for that. But anyways, so we're going to be using Gyarados, Gastrodon, the Lardas the Gastrodon. I love this thing. I think it's actually, is it shiny? No, it's not shiny. I thought it was for some reason. It's one of the first Pokemon I actually ever bred, by the way. But anyways, yeah. Let's just, also the Gastrodon does not have any Dynamax level because I don't have any more Dynamax candies, but so be it. And then we do have this Lapras, so we'll go over all of that in just 1 second. Just need to grab some items, Assault Vest there, yep. Then Koba Berry here. Not Koba Berry, what's it called? What's the, Wakan Berry, right? Wakan, that was the electric one. Where is the Wakan Berry? Right at the bottom. Okay, perfect. Wakan Berry, and then, what to give this thing? Just leftovers. Leftovers on the Gastrodon, that works. Okay. So, let's actually go through the Pokemon we're going to be using. So this is, in fact, the same Gyarados we used in the Flying type challenge. So Wakan Berry Gyarados, max speed, max attack, jolly nature, of course, with Moxie, Dragon Dance, Bounce, Earthquake, and Waterfall. This will be our lead, because this thing just doesn't die. Or rather, it can die, but like it just kills things in the process. It's really powerful. The reason, by the way, for Earthquake is because electric types. We do kind of want something for electric types, even though we do have the Gastrodon. But, you know, it's a Gyarados. We want some coverage for electric types, I think. So that's the Gyarados then. We have the Gastrodon. I've run out of Dynamax candies, like I said, so no Dynamax level on it, sadly. But max HP, max defense. Yeah. You know, positive defense nature. I think it used to have Earthquake, which is why it has a speed lowering nature. But eventually I changed it for Ice Beam. But anyways, defense, speed, yep, Storm Drain, typical Gastrodon. Ice Beam, Recover, Toxic, and Scald. Kind of upset that it doesn't have Earthquake right now, but I also don't want to teach it to it, so we're just going to leave it like it as it is. And then an Assault Vest Lapras, which will be in a team to come. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Very much looking forward to using this Pokemon. Assault Vest Lapras, max HP, max defense. So Assault Vest kind of compensating for the special defense lack. Kind of like Licky Licky, right? Same logic there. Water Absorb rather than Shell Armor with the Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, Ice Shard. Because since I'm not investing in either attack or special attack, and the Lapras actually has really good, like, it has base 85, both physical and special attack, I think. Maybe base 80, but it's the same for both. Ice Shard actually works just fine on it. Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, Ice Shard, and Thunderbolt. Quite a standard Assault Vest Lapras set, in my opinion. So on that note, guys, I think that's everything I wanted to talk about here. Let's get into this restricted sparring. We're only going to be doing 5 battles. You can see for Fire, we also only did 5 battles. That's because we did 9 here, then we only got 6 here, but then we actually got 20 battles in with the Flying type team. And because of that, we have established that there actually isn't anything special about getting 20 battles in. So we're just going to do 5 and get it over with, pretty much. Not get it over with, but like just get it done. I don't have that much time today anyways, so it works out. By which, by the way, I mean it's currently 6:15 in the morning, and I still have so much editing and uploading to do before I can go on holidays. Our opponent here leads with a Corviknight, which is actually absolutely fine. Corviknight cannot touch our Gyarados at all. So we're just going to set up a Dragon Dance. Pressure is quite annoying. Does mean we cannot quick bounce, but of course we wouldn't anyways. So let's just go first things first for a Dragon Dance, see what our opponent wants to do. Depending on what he does, maybe go for another one, and then just go for a Max Geyser. Oh, Spite. Okay, that's actually quite annoying. That's actually really cool and really annoying. Corviknight gets Spite. That's dope. Let's allow him to do that once more then, because we definitely want to OHKO this Corviknight. This is the first time we see a Corviknight in restricted sparring. So that's actually really interesting. Yeah, we'll let him Spite our Dragon Dances. That's fine. We usually only need one, so... And now we can go for Max Geyser at +2. I'd be kind of surprised if it lives, but honestly not really that surprised, because it is a Corviknight. If it dies, it does, however, tell me that these Pokemon are not EV invested, so I'm honestly coming to the conclusion I've kind of over-prepared for most of these. You know, fully IV-bred, EV-trained Pokemon, a well-thought-out team, good coverage, good weaknesses taken care of. Probably a little over-prepared for most of these, not gonna lie. Max Geyser connects, and the Corviknight gets OHKO. That does suggest to me this is not a max HP, max defense Corviknight. Otherwise, I mean, it's a Gyarados at +2. I don't know if it should have lived or not. Probably not, to be fair, but I would find that a little strange. If it were max HP, max defense. Not to say, by the way, that like that means anything. Let's go for the Airstream here on this Golisopod. Like, it could be max HP, max special defense, at which point I think it would have killed. And max HP, max special defense is actually what I run on my own Corviknight, so that makes sense too. You know? But at this point, we're in definitely a position where this Gyarados is just going to sweep. I honestly would not be surprised if the Gyarados does not go down any one of these battles. And if we just get to sweep every single one of these trainers with the Gyarados here. Would 100% not be surprised. And I'm okay with that if that happens. Gyarados is a monster. Gyarados is a ridiculous Pokemon. Now that it can Dynamax and has access to Max Airstream, it is so overpowered. It's ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous how overpowered Gyarados is right now. Max Airstream Gyarados is just terrifying. But let's just keep going. Absolutely no point in healing. We literally did not take damage, so... Battle number 2. Let's see what she has. A Runerigus. Okay, against Runerigus, I think we will just actually take it out straight away with Max Hydro. That's not what it's called. What's it called? Max Geyser. We will take it out straight away with Max Geyser for 2 reasons. One, because it could burn us. So we don't want to go for a Dragon Dance just to have it Will-O-Wisp us. Because that would really suck. And also, if we go for the Waterfall, we would get Wandering Spirit and lose Moxie, and that would really suck as well. So this way, Gyarados just OHKOs this thing, just, you know, nice and easy. By the way, can I just point out that with no HP investment, this thing has 170 HP. Well, 167, I think, right? Technically, but like, that's nuts. That's actually ridiculous. No HP investment, and it has, like, because its special defense is like base 100 as well. So it's just like, this Pokemon's dumb. Gyarados is a stupid Pokemon. Okay, the Tauros does intimidate us, which is unfortunate. So here we are going to just go for the Airstream. If we use 1 max Airstream per battle, Lash Out. Interesting move choice for sure. If we outsped and didn't kill, then, which we don't, then that Lash Out would have actually done an okay chunk of damage. If we only go for 1 Airstream per battle though, what the fuck? Oh, Toxic Orb because it's a Facade Tauros. We fought this in the previous episode as well. But now we outspeed and we're actually going to max Quake to boost our special defense. But yeah, if we just go for 1 max Airstream per battle or 1 bounce per battle, then we'll always, like for 5 battles, we won't run out of them. So that's good to keep in mind for sure. I'm fully expecting to not have to use, honestly, either Gastrodon or, what was even the last Pokemon we had? Oh, Lapras, right, but those will also not die. Ah, Lilligant, though. I feel like doing something really stupid. Like, we can afford to do some stupid shit because we can heal at will, so let's actually just Waterfall this Lilligant and see if it kills. It does not, but do we flinch? We do not. But okay, goes for the Quiver Dance. If it's a max speed Lilligant, it will now outspeed us because we are base 81, Lilligant is base 90. So Lilligant will outspeed us here? Okay, it does not. It's not a max speed Lilligant. For whatever reason. The Lilligant does just go down. Didn't want to waste the bounce. That's pretty much why I did that. Did not want to waste the bounce. Whatever. We're so ridiculously ahead right now, it's crazy. Let's keep battling. Let's keep doing this. I have ran out of water. Sadly. My throat is kind of dry, but we are pretty much halfway done here, and honestly, it's going to be... I'd find it very, very surprising if our opponents ever manage to beat even the Gyarados here. And if so, they will not beat the Lapras Gastrodon combo, so... Let's Dragon Dance up, because, like, yeah, I was about to say, I think this is going to be that weird-ass acrobatics Salazzle that we've seen in this a couple times already. So Dragon Dance up with the Gyarados. I'm not even going to Dynamax just yet, in case we don't, in case, like the previous battle, right? We had to deal with that Tauros, so we actually didn't have our Dynamax for the final Pokemon. And now we are at +1 with Gyarados on that Dragon Dance. We have this Moxie going. I think we should OHKO absolutely anything that comes in. Talonflame. I'm just thinking in my head, if we outspeed Talonflame, we might not, actually. Don't want to get flame-bodied, so we will Dynamax here to avoid the contact, because for whatever reason, max moves never make contact, which is totally fair. Dynamax is honestly, it's like, Dynamax is just shy of being good, of being completely balanced, rather, not good. Dynamax is just shy of being balanced. I still think Megas was the coolest thing Pokemon's ever come up with. I really like Dynamax, don't get me wrong. I think the idea of just picking one Pokemon and making it super big, I know it's stupid, but I actually really enjoy it. We did outspeed, by the way, so Talonflame just goes down. But I think the most, I wouldn't say balanced, that's the thing about Megas, right? Like, Dynamax is actually balanced. It is. It's not crazy balanced, but it's more balanced than Megas, and Z-moves were just stupid. Like, honestly, if anybody says they like Z-moves, they're lying. Z-moves were dumb. We'll go for Max Quake in case it has a Focus Sash, so it doesn't steam engine all up in our business or whatever. Anyone who says they like Z-moves, I'm sorry, dude, but you need to reassess your priorities, because Z-moves were the worst thing to ever happen to Pokemon ever. The entirety of 7th generation just should not have existed. But, you know, I think Dynamax kind of works. It's a combination between Megas and Z-moves, right? Because you have Gigantamax and you have Max moves. And I think Max moves do work. They're not as stupid as Z-moves. And I think Dynamax does work, and it's not as broken as Megas. Because, like, literally before, you had to have a Mega. If you didn't have a Mega on your team, you couldn't win. That's how it worked. You chose a Mega, and then you built your team around that Mega. And personally, I'm okay with that. Okay, so let me just think real quick. This Jellicent is probably going to go for Substitute. So we're actually just going to straight up Airstream it and see how much damage if we can't OHKO it. I don't think we will, though, but we should at least try. But yeah, Megas were just a lot even, too broken, too powerful, sadly. Because they were really cool. They were really, really awesome, really fun, and honestly, the reason all these Pokemon I have pre-made were Kalos made is because 6th gen meta was fucking phenomenal. I really enjoyed it. I didn't play OU, to be fair. The OU meta was quite boring. Okay, we didn't kill the Jellicent, sadly. The OU meta I've always found OU meta to be quite boring. But... okay, we took nothing from that. Interesting. I've always found OU meta to be quite boring. But despite that, like, the RU meta was phenomenal. The UU meta was actually pretty fun as well. And there wasn't, like, I don't know. The Megas worked. That's the thing about Megas. Megas worked. They were broken, and you needed one. But they worked. And it wasn't, like... It set the pace for the battles. And it was enjoyable. Now, Dynamax is not fun in singles. In singles, Dynamax is straight up stupid. In doubles, Dynamax does work. I do like Dynamax in VGC. VGC Dynamax is actually really cool. Also, let me add, Gen 6 meta was fun. Gen 6, I never played VGC. But Gen 6 meta started getting a little crazy towards Aurus. But even in Aurus, Gen 6 meta was still fun. So, there were really very few things I could criticize with it, which is why I liked it so much. Let me do some quick maths. Waterfall goes to 120, and then in the rain, I believe, goes to 180, right? And then Earthquake is just base 100. But then this gets halved, so it goes to 90. So Earthquake is still stronger here. We're at +2, it might kill. Kingler has crazy defense. Yeah, it doesn't kill. Kingler's defense is actually really good. Will a +2 Kingler outspeed a +1 Gyarados? That's a real question. It might. Actually, it probably does. It does not. Never mind. Alright, so that's the Kingler down, and that's the third battle down as well, I think. But basically, all this to say, Dynamax, I think, sadly, is the correct way to go about it. I think it's... The reason I say Dynamax, or I'm tempted to say Dynamax is balanced, it's because it would be really hard to balance a mechanic like Dynamax, like Megas, like Z-moves, any more than this. Like, think about it. How do you actually pull it off? It's really tough. And I think this is literally, like, Z-moves were just underwhelming and honestly really stupid. Megas were overwhelming and really fun. And this is the best of both worlds. Right? It's a little overwhelming at times, but it's a little underwhelming because it's only 3 turns. It's not like a Mega that you just gain, and you don't even gain stats, you gain HP. Which, to be... Ooh, Gastro Acid actually is kind of annoying. But I guess that means we'll just go for a second Dragon Dance then. But yeah, that just means we gain HP, right? Instead of gaining what often was a ridiculous amount of attack or defense or whatever. Oh, please don't get poisoned. Please don't get poisoned, please don't get poisoned, please don't get poisoned. Fuck, we got poisoned. It's fine though, we should still be able to sweep with Gyarados, and then we'll just use our heal. So this was very much Gyarados the team. This video was anyways. I might swap out Gyarados in the final battle just so we see some of the other mons, but I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I just can't imagine any way to, like, again, in singles, Dynamax is really broken. And the reason for that is because at least in doubles, you can have both your Pokemon worrying about the Dynamax Pokemon together. So it kind of works itself out. And you can also have stuff like redirection, it's a lot easier to waste the turns. And most Pokemon nowadays have Protect in VGC. Well, always, I suspect. Most Pokemon have Protect in VGC, whereas in singles, very few Pokemon actually use Protect. Or just stall tactics, stall moves in general. So, in VGC, I think Dynamax works. Just mainly the main difference is, like, yes, you get HP, and the Pokemon that have a ridiculous amount of HP to begin with, stuff like Mudsdale, stuff like Licky Licky, that's why they're so good when they get Dynamax. It's because you get that extra HP. But, like, I honestly don't think it's that big a deal, because at the end of the day, for those Pokemon, okay, well, you just stall them out, and that's... Honestly, it makes the VGC meta much slower. Like, you rarely have Dynamax Pokemon that are just designed to OHKO everything. That's like, of course there's Dragapult, and oh my god, it's a Quick Claw. He got Quick Claw, so he's actually going to Skitter Smack. That's a Bug-type move, that's not going to do shit. Lower special attack, right? Yeah, okay. You have stuff like Dragapult, you have stuff like Cinderace, which is designed to, and Rillaboom even, which is designed to Dynamax and OHKO. But the thing is, like, most Dynamax Pokemon, as far as the way I run them anyways, you actually run them for the bulk. And that slows down the meta massively. And I think that's a very important factor that most people don't realize. Dynamax is not about hitting hard, Dynamax is about stalling. Oh wait, that was the 5th battle. I thought that was the 4th battle, we didn't even heal. Well, that was Gyarados.team, Gyarados.deck, as Shady might say. So yeah, if you want to get restricted sparring done, bring a Gyarados. No need for Lardas, no need for Lapras. These guys were... Imagine that. Imagine how far we could go then, if we did all that just with Gyarados. We didn't even need Gastrodon or Lapras. Also, this should have been the order. So... Oh, no. The order was correct. No, it wasn't. Yeah, Lapras first, then Gastrodon, for sure. Because Lapras, it's a Gigantamax Lapras, so you could set up the Aurora Veil, then bring in your defensive Gastrodon, do some work there. But okay, guys, that was the water stuff. I think that was the water stuff. I didn't quit too early, right? Okay, good. I was worried there for a second. So that was, in fact, the water stuff. So we're going to leave it there. Please tell me I recorded. I did. Good. We're going to definitely just leave it there. Yeah, Gyarados.team. Make yourself a Gyarados, guys. That's literally all I can say. For both flying and water, it'll just get you through it. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you'll join us for the next one.